Hello.
Hi, how are you? It's been a minute. We caught you with a mouthful of chips.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monopoly number 11 with Kim, the 303 stitcher, and moi, the 310 stitcher. I did have somebody else ask us how we got our names.
Oh,
And Kim.
so I am from Denver, Colorado, and our one of our area codes for our phone numbers is 303. So that is how I came up with the 303 stitcher.
And I'm 310 stitcher, not because of my area code, but because I like knitting with 310 black. And if you've watched my videos before and you have seen Dragons of the Sabbat, you'll have an idea. Okay, so this is roll number 11,
Yep.
I believe. And I'll just show. So Kim, this is you, your Grogu. You were on Miami, no, on Market Street, right?
Yep, that's where I have myself at is on Market Street.
Okay. And I am on Miami up here.
Yep.
So just a reminder or to let you know if you haven't watched this before, um, what we were doing is we're doing two rolls every video. So actually, um, the last time Kim, you landed on Subway first. You had to do 200 stitches for that, and then Market
Okay.
Street you had to do 210 stitches.
Yep.
I landed on Fifth Avenue first, and I had to do 430 stitches, and then on Miami, and I had to do 130 stitches. So, what did you have to do for Subway?
For Subway, I had the peppermint purple Sal. And so I did and this is the Blackwork Sal.
Yeah.
Um and just to remind everybody we're doing like a stitch is a stitch is a stitch. And so I did and my stats are upstairs, but I know I did over like 1,000 stitches on this. So when y'all saw it, let me hold on. Let me find something because the light behind me is gonna shine through. Um, and I'm in the wrong corner. And is that the right side up? That is kind of the right side up. So I've got the entire border done on this. And then last time I only had like the first, wow, um, in the border. I had only gotten like the first couple of little boxes in here, I think. So I really filled that in, and you can kind of see actually where some of the actual like boxes are going to start for the fill in, is where that border kind of drops down. So I actually had a really hard time putting this one down because I was really loving it. It's just easy,
Nice.
symmetrical, which makes my brain really happy. And so yeah, that's how much I did.
Awesome. So for me, for my first roll, I had to put in 430 stitches on Sun, the Moon, and Stars. And so I actually put in 556. So I didn't do as many as you did, but so that's it there. I I'm really enjoying this. I've changed it though because I was doing for I don't know, for some reason I started this 2/1 full cross. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm doing 2/1 half cross.
What size fabric are you doing that on?
25 count even weave.
Oh yeah, that probably would have ended up kind of bulky.
Yeah, yeah. No, that would have been my second one.
And then what? Okay, then for marketplace, that was Poltergeist Pirates. And so for Poltergeist Pirates, I did believe I did about 1,000 stitches on this, and it was so I filled in this yeah, actually I did work over in this section here. So I brought this mask down, and then I added in the ladder. So and then I did a lot of back stitching, which I don't think that the light is going to show off, but you can kind of see. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. So I did a ton of back stitching on this. It's by Glendon Place. And they recommend doing the back stitching first, which I agree with. I'm not hating it, and it goes pretty quick. So
You mean doing it at the same time?
yeah, so
Okay.
doing the stitching and then going back in and then doing the back stitching.
Okay. Okay.
So that's about, I think I'm just shy of the first page on that. I started in the middle and it's on the called for 28 count casual linen by Picture This Plus. I think it's called Bang. And it's 2/2. So they recommend like so I will stitch like a section and then I go back in and then I'll back stitch it. So
Nice. Smart. 'Cause it would sit there for like for me, it would sit there for probably 4 years after all
yeah.
the stitching was done, except for the back stitch.
I 100% have a project that is just waiting for me to finish the back stitching that's been
Yeah.
done for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So for me, the second piece was Roy Kent, and I had to do 150 stitches. I know I can't find my note here right now. I think I had to do 150 stitches, 130 stitches. I actually did 2,437 stitches.
Wow.
So this is it here.
Oh yeah, that looks so good.
So this is the piece that I started doing 2 threads a day on. But then I was going away this weekend and I knew I was going to have some downtime where I was just sitting around. So I brought it with me and I got finished all of this, and I had, a little bit done of that, but I finished all of that and all of this orange.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you finished a lot since your last, I think you showed it on your last floss tube last week. So
yeah,
you definitely got a lot of progress in
yeah,
that.
yeah. So
It looks
I'm
good.
looking at being this linen. So it's being done on 16 count linen, which is very, very, very weird.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't I don't know. It's really weird, but I hate how my stitches look on it. Like it's hard to stitch on because you can't um I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like your needle doesn't like you have to be super intense about making sure the needle goes in the right spot and
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't catch like the warp or the weft. Like it's really difficult. I've never had that much trouble with linen before.
Huh.
So it's really weird. Anyways, so that was that.
Awesome. Um, well then I think we can go ahead and roll for the next one.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why my camera keeps moving
It's
on
like
me.
zooming in and out. It's really interesting.
It's moving on. I want which is clear. Actually, it focused a lot more. But yeah, it's weird. It's like, yeah, there it goes
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it's like tracking you and zooming in and out. It's almost like you're on like one of those owls that people use in like conference rooms.
Yeah, yeah, strange.
Um, all right, so I can roll for my first one. So
Mhm.
and don't mind that you're just gonna see your own reflection in my phone. Doubles. So I got 6. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Um, let me make sure that I have my thing oriented the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is gonna put me on Boylston Street. So 6 is gonna put me So let me move there. So let's find out what that project is. Well, actually, I'll just roll. But I need to make sure that I write down what I actually.
Are you gonna buy that?
Yes, I'm gonna buy all the properties because you're ahead of me right now.
So it's 330 stitches.
That is 330 stitches, and I don't, there's my stylus. I was like, what did I just do with my pen? I just. Okay, so I have to roll again since I got doubles. This will be interesting. I wonder how many projects I'm gonna end up with. Okay, so 8. So moving 8 from there is gonna put me at, let me write down. Oh, I already wrote that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna put me at gas company. So I moved up top to gas company up here. Really need to change my camera so that it doesn't mirror. I should do that after we get off of here, so I remember. So that is 150 stitches for water company.
Gas company.
Gas company, gas company. All right, do you want to stitch go ahead and spin your first one?
Yep. Okay. And move your little guy there. Okay. What happened to my? Okay. Seven. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I landed on Fisherman's Wharf. So
Fisherman's Wharf. Nobody owns it.
that's 250.
Put your little initial on here so we don't lose track.
Okay. And
And then the second one, oh yeah, do it. Haha. And doubles.
okay. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8. I think so the rent was going to amount, right? Half the purchase price. Is that what we said?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Where did you land on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, I think we just said that we were gonna do, did we say we were gonna do 1.5 times or did we say we were gonna double? I'm fine with either one.
I don't remember. You want to do double?
Double, that means that you would have to do
860.
860.
Okay. Wait, is that?
Because it's your property. So I don't even,
It's my property.
yeah, so you don't even have to pay rent on that one. Unless you are charging rent to yourself.
Let's just do, okay, here's an executive decision. If we own it, let's do half of the purchase price.
Sounds good.
So that would be 215.
Yep.
Okay. I got double, so let me go again.
Yep.
10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Biscayne Avenue.
Other unowned property, and that actually would give you 2 of the oranges. Or
Oh,
2
yeah.
of the, like dark oranges, burnt orange, maybe.
So that's 150.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 3 because you did first one was by itself, and then you did your second one. You got doubles, and then you rolled for that one. So you have 3 projects, and then
Yeah.
I have to roll for my second one.
Yeah.
So I had doubles, and that is going to be 7. And that is reverse direction next time. I don't have anything on that. And honestly, because I did doubles, I think I'm okay with not having a project for that one right now. So
Where's that?
That is next to the
Oh, there, I see.
station. So this is where I am currently. And then we're coming down over to here.
Okay.
Now I'm going backwards, so that'll be fun. I'll have to remember that.
Okay, and no stitches.
No, I'm not gonna do any stitches on that one. I don't have a project set for that one. It'll be all right.
Move your, oops. These magnets are strong.
Mine fell off as I was moving it. And
Okay.
then write down that I
So we're neck and neck.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
So
we are. Let's go grab the
let's
project.
grab our stuff. Okay. I have to figure out what they are first.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. Okay. So what's your first one?
My first one is going to be Welcome to the North Pole, which is Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is what it will look like when it's done.
Nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love working on this one. Like I said, it has well, I didn't say it while we were recording, but it has all of these like Weeks Dye Works and a couple of Classic Color Works, and they aren't knotted, they're just messy from being in the bag. So
Yep.
they're a lot of fun to work with.
Nice.
And I'm doing this on a big piece of it's macchiato. It's 28 count Lugana from Bestitch Me, and I'm doing it 2/2. So let me pop that back here.
Oh, that's looking great.
Yeah, it's so much fun to stitch on too. So that's really cute. So I'm excited. I actually am almost done with the first page on this one too. So I should easily get done with that, plus probably some more.
Nice.
What is
Well, my first one was the Chronicles of Narnia, Part 1, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So this was a stitch along from 2022 from the Stitching Book Club, and it's in different parts. And I don't have the full thing here with me, but this is part 1. So it is a sampler.
Yay! I loved that book, that whole series.
Oh, me too. And that is all I did.
Well, see, that's
So
what Monopoly is for. That was the whole intention of doing Monopoly.
funny story is that so if you watch my last, if any for anybody who's watched my last floss tube, I was talking about, after my Roy Kent piece is done, because I'm doing the two threads a day into that, I was debating, I want to, what piece do I replace it with, right? Do I replace it with my oldest piece, or do I replace it with the piece that has the fewest number of stitches? This is the piece that has the fewest number of stitches.
But that's actually really funny. That's the universe working in some really weird way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So me. All right. Next, you had.
Next, I had Autumn Quaker by Lila Studios. It's actually called Autumn is as Joyful. I'm gonna change the middle because she actually has an alternate middle, so ignore this, and I have to show it on my phone because the pattern is somewhere. I actually bought this when I went with my friends with Kristen and like everyone to and we went to it's a stitching shop in Portland, and I can't remember the name of it, but if like it's like a well-known one, and I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, so I bought that there and kitted the whole thing up while we were there, and I'm doing this on it's a 40 count Cedar River linen. Acorns and threads. That's where we went.
Oh, there you go.
And so I started this while we were there and realized that 40 count without a magnifier isn't really my jam. And so let me make sure I have the right way. So that's all the further that I've gotten on this, which is literally like the top corner.
Or you get two over two?
I am doing this 1/2.
Okay.
Yeah, on 40 count, two over two would be way too bulky, so 1/2 is what I'm doing. And it's all called for DMC. So
Oh,
this linen is really stiff.
okay.
Also not a super fan, but we'll make it work.
Cool. So you froze there for a second, but I think you were just saying that 2 over 2 would be too bulky. So you
Yeah,
were
so 1/2, and this linen is really stiff,
okay.
which I'm not used to work like most linens that I work with are usually kind of softer, so this one's really interesting to work with.
Okay. So my second one is sun, moon, and stars, which I showed you the progress already on this one, but that's what it will look like when it's done. As a reminder, I've started on the top left corner and I'll just flush it up again, but this is same piece. So we get to work on that piece twice in a row, which is pretty good. I like that. And then my third piece, because you don't have any others.
Nope.
My third piece is one that if you have watched my Lost Tubes, you would have seen it already. Trying to find a picture, sorry. There it is. So this is a Heaven and Earth design. The artwork is by John Godward. And that is what she will look done. Boy, okay. That's the iPad doing that automatically. So, oh, there we go. So it is a mini. It's not very big. And let me put something behind it.
It's interesting that the iPad is like following you.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen that before. Anyway, so that's where she's at.
Oh, she looks good.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
a mini, right?
It's a mini. That's the whole width of it.
Wow.
So it is a mini. So this one needs 150 stitches, but it'll probably get a lot more because this is one of the pieces that I work on every week. And I get about 900 stitches or so. So
Wow.
yeah. But I like her face is coming in.
Yeah, it looks good. Even
There.
though like it's just the shadow of her face so far.
Just the only thing that's weird is that so her hair is black. And whatever this is, I don't know.
Some
Oh,
kind of
it's just
a background in the
it's
picture.
just the molding. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
I don't know what you call it, molding or something. But it kind of,
blends
but I
in.
guess I mean you can tell that it's
Mhm.
her head, so should be okay.
I think once you have more of the background stitched in, I think you'll be able to tell better.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
exciting. Marching and so we'll have another couple of weeks before we're back. You have a total of 480 stitches and I've got a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 615 stitches.
All
More than
right.
doable,
Totally
right? With
doable. Oh yeah.
over 2 weeks. Yeah, not a problem. So anyways, all right. Well, again, if you're stitching with us, let us know what you're stitching on. And other than that, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep. See you next time. Bye.
Everybody.